And a good day to you. We are going to show you today how to do holes 2 and 5. We're also going to show you how to add a fillet so the edges are rounded off, and how to save it as an STL, and email it back to me so that it can be 3D printed. Up on the screen right now you see an example of the die actually placed in the 3D driver for the MakerBot. We made this in Autodesk Inventor. This is our class project, and you'll get an opportunity to try and print those out using one of the 3D printers. We've had a couple done already and they've turned out fantastic. Let me minimize this and go to Autodesk Inventor, or actually go to my file that we worked on last after that second video. My video die is right here, so I'm going to go ahead and open that up. It has 4 sides done, 1 and 6, 3 and 4. We're going to do 2 and 5, and maybe you have this done already, but I hope that's not a problem. But you probably haven't done the fillet, and I've even added a little initial in mine so that if I printed off a bunch of them, or if I put a bunch of files of different students together, I'd be able to kind of have an idea which one is mine. Oh boy, maybe it didn't open that video. Let me try again real quick. There it is. Computer's having a hard time this morning, but we're getting there. Okay. So that's that's the beauty of technology. It can have glitches. So here's the die. We're going to finish our 2 sides real quick. I'll do 2 points first. So try not to be too out there if you've already done this, because I want to show you some other stuff as well. Dimension these. We're going to make these 1/3 from each corner. Whoops, I overclicked. Let me hit the back arrow. If you go too far, hit your back arrow, restart the process. Had a lot of students first period using the back arrow, and second period. Okay, finish sketch. We're going to go to hole. I got termination set to distance, but I don't have both my values set to 1/8, so I have to do that. There we go. Flip it over to the other side. Here's where 5 holes are supposed to go. Click on the pencil. Click on the view. We're going to put a point right in the center, and as long as we look for our guidelines, we won't have to come back and dimension that. There's that one. Now our 4 points. And we'll dimension these at 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to use decimals. 0.25 equals 1/4 of an inch, and I can type in decimals faster. But I had you use fractions because I thought maybe you'd have a better association with those. But I'm slowly transitioning to decimals because I can type those faster, and I'm really bad at typing. So I want to be more efficient. Make the best use of my skills or lack thereof. One more. Oops, escape. I already did that one. I need to do the bottom. Alright, finish sketch. Holes. Should remember my values from the last one. Check that. Looks pretty good. All 6 sides. Opposite sides equal 7. So now I'm going to show you a new command. It's called fillet. It rounds off the edges. That way if you're rolling your dice in your hand and you have these sharp edges, you don't want to be lacerated by it. So let's round those edges off using the fillet command. I'm going to use a value or a radius value up here of 1/16. So I want to put that in first. And then I start clicking on my edges. Wait for the line to highlight. And don't fillet the circles. Wait for the lines. So make sure you're only selecting lines. And see how they turn blue as I click on each line, so that I know those are getting rounded off. And I'm going to try and do all my edges. So I come up here and grab my view cube and swing those around. And look at it carefully. You can see that I have all my edges selected. So as I always say, check it before you wreck it. There you go. Doesn't that look pretty darn good? Okay. Something I'm going to show you. You don't have to do this part, but if you want to make sure that your die is your die when I 3D print it, I'm going to put a little initial in it so I know it's mine. I'm going to click on the pencil. I'm going to do it on side... I was thinking I'd use side 4 because it has a nice middle. If I can find side 4, it should be opposite 3. There it is. So I'll use side 4. I have this nice space in the middle. You can use whatever side you want, but if you get it too close to the edge, it's not going to work. So I'm going to use the line tool now, and I'm going to make a block letter. If you ask me to help you make an S, it's not going to look good. Block letter S's are hard for me. But you know what? My initials are TT, and a T is pretty easy. See, even my T's not real even, but I'll know it's mine. It has a nice little signature on it. I'll go Finish Sketch. And I'll go to Extrude. I'll click on my T. Goodness, look at that. It's shooting up an inch. I don't want it to shoot up an inch. I want it to be 1/8. And I don't want it to shoot up. I'm going to come to this little window pane here. I want it to shoot down. Check it before you wreck it. So there I have a T on my die. All sides are done. So now what I want to do is I want to save a copy as an STL. An STL is a file type that the 3D printer is going to read. So I'm going to come over to this little arrow here where it says Save As. Don't click on Save As. Don't click on Save As. Come over here where it says Save Copy As and select that. I'm going to save it in my folder. I'll call it Video Die. I won't change the name. I'll just change the type to STL. Like St. Louis, if you're trying to remember that. STL, select that type. And select Save. It's in my folder, right there. I'm going to save that. Okay, so what I can do now, I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to look for my Gmail. So I'm going to open my Gmail back up. And I'm going to go to Compose. I'm going to go to Attach. And I'm going to look for, I called it Video Die STL. And you'll see it's saved in the Makerware format. So I'm going to click on that, open it. Subject is going to be Video Die STL. I'm going to send it to my teacher. That's me. Select that and send. And it's on its way. Now I'll be able to open that up and help you 3D print it.